have just arrived to a remote island in Africa where 600 Jews live. It took me 24 hours to get here.
This is Mauritius, a small island off the coast of Africa, where people are Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, and Jewish.
In this tiny country of 1 million people, there are 600 Jews.
We are Mauritian Jews.
I'm Mauritian and also Jewish.
But the story of how Jews got to Mauritius is a dark one.
During the Holocaust, 1,600 Jews were trying to flee the Nazis. They got on a boat and tried to get to British Mandatory Palestine. But the British did not let them in. And instead, they sent them on a boat to an island to be taken care of. And that island was Mauritius.
When these 1,600 Jews arrived to Mauritius, they were immediately put in prison.
Families were broken apart. They were forced to do hard labor.
And they were held this way for 5 years.
During this time, Mauritius was colonized by the British, and it was not an independent country. The local Mauritians were very against what was happening to the Jews. While in prison, many Jewish men, women, and children died, and today they are buried here in this cemetery.
After the war, the Jews were released from prison, and all those still alive left Mauritius. But that is not the end of the story of the Jews of Mauritius.
A short while later, new Jews came to Mauritius and decided to live here. And when they heard about what happened, they created this memorial with the names, stories, and history of all the Jews imprisoned in Mauritius, and a proper cemetery for those who never were to leave the island. And today, this Jewish cemetery and museum is looked after by this woman, Kavita.
Hello, I'm Kavita and I'm Mauritian. I work in the Vegetable Museum and I want to keep the story alive for all Mauritians to know about the story of the Jews in Mauritius.
And although she is not Jewish, she dedicates her life to telling their stories and keeping their memory alive. Today, the Jews of Mauritius are thriving. I celebrated Hanukkah with them, went to their Chabad, and met the community that comes from all over the world. I've been traveling the world visiting different Jewish communities, but this community is unlike anything I have ever seen.
The first Jews of Mauritius were prisoners, and only their bones remain. But today, the Jewish community is thriving, safe, diverse, and beautiful.